or school, work, etc., you need good leadership. And even though the Torah goes into what a rabbinic leader should be like, I want to divert from that and talk personally of what I think, 3 things that if leadership in the world at large did, it would make this world a better place, because the world seems to be in a very difficult time right now. And I think that if people implemented these 3 things, I think the world would be a much better place. The first one is ask questions. I think that a lot of people are they so desperately believe that they are right and that their worldview is correct, that they fail to lack basic questions upon themselves. And even ask questions upon others. They completely dismiss others. They are ignorant to the fact that other opinions exist. So neither do they ask, are they correct? Or if others are correct, why do someone else think that way? If you have the capability of asking questions. And Jonathan Sachs, chief rabbi of the UK, says that's the first lesson a parent should teach their child, to ask questions, because only through asking questions can you get the answers. The second thing is defining terms. Whether you're Ben Shapiro, Neil deGrasse Tyson, or Joel Finkelstein, that is a big thing that people really do push. And I think that by defining terms, because a lot of people use generalizations in the world, and no one knows what they mean. And there's many examples, but if I give the examples, they're very political, and I don't really want to go into politics. But a lot of people just use broad generalizations that have no meaning. You don't know what something can apply to. So you have to be very specific what your terms are and what your stance are and your positions are. And therefore, we can have actual conversations. Otherwise, you're just having broad generalization against broad generalization, that there's no common ground. And the last thing is, I think people should be very embracive of others. Yes, be embracive of Jews. I think a rabbi should be embracive of all Jews, not just Yemenites or Sephardi or Ashkenaz or religious, secular, whatever the case is. I think in general, people should be very, very embracive. I know there's a thing called cultural appropriation in America, which is apparently a bad thing. I think it's a great thing when you have that capability of embracing someone else's culture and really like traveling, go to South Africa or India and seeing how other people live and reimagine your life in that particular scenario. I think it's very, very good to be embracive of others. There was a story regarding the Lubavitch Rebbe when Rudy Giuliani went to him his first time running for mayor. This is in 1989. He goes to the Lubavitch Rebbe and says, I want a blessing. And the Lubavitch Rebbe says you need to pursue justice with compassion. And Giuliani that year he prosecuted an elderly Lubavitcher Chassid regarding a tax issue, and Giuliani actually lost the election by 2 points. But 4 years later, he keeps on pushing. I believe in justice with compassion, what the Lubavitch Rebbe says. He actually won that election. So being embracive of others, giving people benefit of the doubt, you're innocent until proven guilty, and we're all human. We have to judge people favorably, and whether you are, I think those 3 things, whether it's the embracing of others, defining terms, and asking questions, I think those 3 things are very much lost in a lot of society today. Now, I know I didn't go really into Torah today, but I really think that rabbinical leadership is pretty fine. I think that leadership, just broadly speaking, is very much not really impressive. So I really wanted to talk about what I think a true leader should be. Ask questions, even to yourself, because you easily could be wrong. You're only human. Define your terms, so you're not just saying broad generalizations that no one understands what you're talking about, and being embracive, because it doesn't matter your race, religion, creed, gender, whatever. It doesn't say Jews are created in man. It doesn't say Jews were created in God's image. Man was created in God's image. So we're all equals, and we should act like equals. Have a great Shabbat.